G'day, g'day. I'm gonna be right back. I am right back. Um, Hope you guys all having a good one. Um, I've just rolling over my fucking headphones. There we go. But yeah. I hope you guys all having a good one. We got a bit of stuff to talk about. I'll get into it, I guess. So, I've stumbled across a couple of things, and I got a couple of things I want to talk about. I'm gonna close this up. Anybody who saw my stream earlier will probably know what's going on there. Um, so I found out that you can have separate programs doing like I guess outputting audio to different stuff, which coincidentally means I can effectively do my work like in class while streaming, so you guys can still listen to music while I listen to the teacher and do stuff like that. Which may happen more. I mean, when I'm following the teacher and like kind of doing what the teacher's showing, I probably wouldn't stream it. But while I am, just doing like what I was doing today, doing my own project, one of the assessments, I can kind of do that and not care. Talk to my mates and stuff. You guys can just watch if you're interested. But let me know if you guys are more and more interested. But maybe the time isn't great, to be honest. I know that a lot of people are asleep around then, so that's unfortunately the case. What do we have? So I am incredibly interested in a program which I've mentioned a couple times. Rhizome UV. I'm gonna get this Easter sale, which is around April. January, March, April, yep. Next month, start of next month. I believe is a sale, so that should be good. There haven't really been too many big releases, I don't think, updates. I think there was an update 2023, but which for some reason hasn't been updated here. But I mean, Rhizome UV is really cool. I enjoyed using it when I did get my chance, and it definitely makes a lot of things a lot more streamlined. So that's pretty good. I do want to use that. Also means I'm not fucked over. Apparently Blender has a really good stuff, but then again, you're kind of needing to use stuff like what is it called, Packmaster 3, UV Packmaster 3, which is worth it, I believe. I'm not going to bother. I believe it's worth it. One of my teachers use it and stuff like that, and I've heard it's really, really good. But it is exclusive to Blender, and it still costs like 72 at least, excluding tax and everything. So good, but also expensive. But I do know it is pretty good and stuff like that, so maybe. But I would get this if it was like fucking $20, but it's not, so. And that's not me saying anything bad about it. It is probably worth the money as well. I know a couple people that would rather use that over, something like Maya's shit as well. So, fair game really, but Rhizome seems really good. I like it. You run into the issue, right? some say it's best to stay in program, but then you also run into the issue of, although you could stay in program, would there be better ones that work elsewhere, as well as that saving you when you have to stay elsewhere? You know what I mean? Like for personal projects and stuff, I like using Blender because, one, I have access to it and I think it's good to retain that knowledge and information of, you know, what do these things do in Blender and how to make stuff in Blender. If I forget how to do something in Blender, chances are that could fuck me over from being able to, you know, work on stuff. Maybe, let's say I need to do freelancing for a bit while I'm looking for a job. Then I at least am not having to pay like a couple $100 to Autodesk. That's really expensive, something like $400 a year USD as well, so that's even more NZD. Can I afford it? Yes, but I think that's a ridiculous price, and I would rather not use it. I think the max I would be willing to spend on something like that would be like $200 a year. Although I'm familiar with Maya, I've got, you know, at least 1,000 hours. More than 1,000, definitely, though, but, a couple thousand, but, that's not me saying that I'm, like, the greatest with Maya or anything. I only know as much as our teachers have really taught us. I know a bit more because, obviously, been through 2 different colleges, and with 2 completely different focuses, one being like more TV film and the other one being game dev. But on top of that, I've also had to do my own learning outside of class. But you know, it's not like they teach you everything. Like, for example, Bifrost, we haven't really learned Bifrost, for example. But regardless, I know a lot of Maya, but fuck, dude, I'm not one to spend money annually on something that isn't perpetual. Stuff like this, for example, where I'm like, World Creator is having some really big updates this year, like a new renderer. It's getting, you can import, it's going to have like vegetation and stuff and like importing objects. So you can effectively, you know how you'd have to bring it into some like DCC program or something like that to render it. Well, now that's not going to be the case when they come up with this new thing where you can pretty much do everything you'd need in World Creator, which is kind of like one of the first. I believe Terragen can. I could be wrong. I also don't remember. Also, there's a couple ones I'm not 100% sure about, like World Machine and whatnot. But regardless, there's very few that can kind of do everything itself, really. And then, you know, also be able to, I guess, finalize everything. With that being, like, importing models that you need and having vegetation scattered around. Usually you have to do something like bring it to Cinema 4D or Blender and then use, like, Scatter, G-Scatter or whatever it's named now. Or whatever you'd use in Cinema 4D. But that'd be good. I'm excited to see where that goes. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to buy it. I think I've answered a lot of people's questions, because a lot of questions that really haven't been answered, and I could potentially do a video on, but I just don't really feel fully, like, I feel like I kind of need a bit more experience, I guess. But a question that I will answer, in my own opinion, every time I see it, but which happens often. But it's stuff like, what's, you know, the best terrain software, or you know, Gaia versus World Creator. And then often when it's like those are the options, I always bring up GeoGen because GeoGen's good. And I think those at the moment for me are the big three. Like you've got World Machine, which is still incredibly popular because a lot of people know how to use it and whatnot. And it has its own specialties, but I don't know World Machine too well. I have World Machine Basic, so the free version. I've used that a little bit before. Probably no more than like an hour or two. It is also an incredibly dated software. Like I think, need I say more? And also, this is your fucking terrain here, by the way. And you can have some good looking renders out of it, but it's not great. Well, let's see what word examples we have. Starfield, interesting. There, I mean, these are kind of like what you can come out of it with, really. And I mean, it's been used in a lot of like, it's been used in stuff like shows and whatnot. And I wouldn't look at it like it being bad or anything. But I do feel like a lot of software these days are kind of like decreasing the reason to use it. Yellow. Still on some weird shit. Here we go. I mean, like, this is good. I don't know if I can increase the resolution. Let me see. I believe I can, but I don't know if I don't have the ability to in the basic version. Let's drop that down. Ah, yeah, so I am a bit restricted here. With what I can get, really. But, so this is a bit, I guess, the max that I can get in here. I mean, by all means, this is still pretty good. But it is still incredibly dated. It's pretty quick, though. I'd assume it's not too quick when you're messing around with stuff, though, I don't believe. I guess because you have such a small view, but that is surprisingly quick, actually. I guess I'm wrong. But yeah, it is still incredibly dated. I guess I can see why people use it, but it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, animated water. Yeah, I mean, that is quite a lot of nodes. I guess you could argue something like GeoGen would use a similar amount of nodes, but I don't know. Stuff like these, yeah, I don't know. You could argue that, though, I'd say. Regardless, that's not even what I'm trying to say here. So I don't know enough about World Machine, obviously, to say too much about. Just had a friend say that apparently we're almost halfway through the semester, which is not great. As I feel like we've only just started. Anyway, I think I'm getting Big Man AU popping for a little bit. But anyway, so I don't know enough about about World Machine, but I know a bit about Gaia, for example. I think for me, YouTube's so weird. I can't see the stream title seriously. I think it's per person, so I don't believe I have that update. I don't believe I have that update. Let's see. I believe I have that update. I can hear myself. I don't have that update, luckily, but I have seen people say that and like show, and it's got like all the fucking shit down here, and it's like all a bit fumbly, which is not great. Had it for a week. Ew. I'm not looking forward to it. Let's see what we have. It's honestly okay. I don't mind for videos, but yeah, that's fair enough. Oopsies. How do I bring that back up again? I don't really want. There's probably a way to do it, and I've got no clue what it is. Anyway, so Gaia, I think, comes up with the best results. Yeah, the description will chat. Oh. Like, I've seen a lot. Oh my gosh. Like, you got some crazy stuff like this. I think Gaia has the best results that I've seen. But then again, I kind of. I don't know if that's necessarily true. And I think a lot of it's dependent on what you rely on what for. But this is pretty crazy here. Get some real nice stuff. But Gaia, the issue with Gaia is it's slow. So if I were to run it in like 4K, and then, you know, there's only a small amount of things, so it's really quick. But even that, like, then it's still taking a minute. If you were to run this in something like World Machine, it's significantly faster. I mean, 4K looks pretty insane though. But I mean, looking at the build time here, you can see some things taking a decent bit of time. And this only for these many maps, which is not particularly the greatest. But yeah, I mean, I think Gaia, in my opinion, comes up with the best results. It's got the best like viewer and everything. But it also takes the longest. But I feel like there's this is excluding like Houdini and whatnot. But for me, that's what I think. I always say that Gaia generally has the best results. And you can do the most with it, really. Then you got World Creator, which is what a lot of other people use as a judgment. I think World Creator is getting to the point where there's a couple things it does really, really well. Can't see viewer count. I can't see it either, to be honest. I can bring it up on here. I hide it because I'm just like, one, I don't particularly want to see. I look at sometimes you like see nobody is watching, so it's kind of a bit off-putting. but sometimes it's fine. Sometimes I don't really care. But sometimes it's a little off-putting. I'm like, oh dude, I don't want to. Why are there so little things? They've removed a lot of them. Let's go Cottontail Grasslands. I don't know what this looks like. But this is like significantly faster. This can run like insane stuff. So this is running at 2K, for example. You got 4K. It's all generated. And I mean, I can make changes to it. Filters, like let's say I want to decrease that. I mean, look at that. There's 4K and it's, you know, super quick. Now, the reason behind it, for anybody who's interested, is World Creator uses, also, side note quickly, you can go to like 128, like, you know, meter. So this is like, this is a resolution here. 524,000. I mean, you run into the issue of, I don't even think you could export that. Like, I don't even know if I could do, if I could rebuilding power at Ongoli. I don't know if I could even do, like, 8K, for example, which is, like, 32, or, like, 1/8 meter. There's, like, 32 by 32. I mean, let's try, what do we got? This is 16 by 16. Oh, so it's not even, this is 4K here. No, this is 8K. Shit, never mind then. Why is this? Oh, because the base, that's why. The base width. See, generally I see a lot of things starting in 1 meter by 1 meter. This is starting at that, so it's 1 meter because it's already 4K. But if I went something like 16K, for example, you know, you'd see it's a lot cut off. Oh, me zoom in, and then you can run something like, you know, there. And then let me find where I'm at. I can't remember the controls. We got a little bit of weird goofiness going on. This one's the main one. So the way that it's been made is obviously not ideal for all that, but yeah, you can get us a little bit like that. What's this? 16, 16, you got 8K. So this needs to be made a bit better, but if I was to do that as the chorus. I haven't used this in a program in a minute, so it's a bit weird trying to. Yeah, it's WASD and then the arrow keys is like what you generally use. But this program's good. I like World Creator. It's the first one I got. It's expensive. But I think there's a couple things that it does really, really well. I think it's got the best biomes and how biomes work. I mean, you can add a new biome, for example, bring it in to here, and then change up how it works, really. So we can add another biome, for example, over here. And you could change, like, for example, biome 2's color schemes. I don't entirely remember it enough to really go about it, I don't think. But let me see. What's this going global? I can't remember. They recently changed it, and I've completely forgotten a lot of the controls because they've been relayed everywhere. But anyway, you can do some crazy stuff with this. I mean, it's got the best stuff in terms of sculpting. It's the only one that's really got sculpting. And it's 16. Oops. Edit. So I can, for example, draw up some stuff and get some. Let's increase the radius. And get some good stuff going here. I don't know. You'd want to get some actual good stuff to build up all your stuff. And you'd build up all your things around that. But, I mean, it's to show an example, I guess, of everything. I can get, like, big mountain up here. I mean, there we go. I mean, it's not too much to it, but let me increase that, for example. I mean, it's just really quick and easy, but it's not too much to it, really. Nor the fact that I accidentally cut off that corner, but I'm gonna see how I've just iterated and made it this now without really having to do anything to it, really. So just spamming buttons, having no clue what I'm doing, right? That kind of shows you how easy it is to iterate and how fast this runs. Now, I do have a good computer, but I mean, it's running pretty damn well, about 50 FPS. I'm using 3 gigabytes of VRAM. So the reason to buy this is super quick and stuff like that. So it uses your GPU, it's GPU bound. The issue with that is you're a bit restricted with some of your, I guess, the accuracies and whatnot. Less accurate, not as good in that regard. But on the other hand, it's so much faster. Like, this is the fastest tool that you could use. Easily. But it is a bit restrictive, then, so it's like the complete opposite. You either will want to go Gaia or World Creator, or if you want something in the middle, you go GeoGen. But Gaia having the best quality things, World Creator having the fastest. Now, in my opinion, GeoGen isn't up to the standard of both World Creator, but it's still an alpha. It came out early, not long ago. And you can get some good stuff. So, I mean, I've made some good stuff, but there's some good samples in here. That I've shown off plenty of stuff. I've made heaps of videos on this program. And there's no real surprise that you can get some really nice looking stuff out of it. That was pretty basic. But yeah, you can get some really crazy looking stuff and get some. It's reasonably fast. It just definitely struggles a bit more. It's definitely fast in something such as Gaia, but you also can like kill your PC a little bit. So I believe it uses your GPU, but not as well as something like sorry, I'm just looking at my task manager. I wonder if it uses a bit of CPU as well. It's definitely GPU, but it uses a bit of CPU, not too much though. It's just not as fast as something like World Creator. But I think with enough work, you got a bit, like, I feel like you got a bit more freedom with this. Like, I've been able to make things that I couldn't imagine making in something like World Creator, for example. Like, well, and then alternatively as well, you've also got you've got animations. So as you can see, I got a planet, and I've literally animated everything. You cannot do this in any other program. You cannot have planets or anything like that in any other program. Like, that's not possible. You can't have a mission or anything like that. Here's something that looks really good though. They've definitely been working on speeding everything up, and they've done a really good job with it all. But and you've got path tracing. None of the other ones have path tracing. So there's definitely some stuff here that is like significantly better than other things, and it's like very, I guess, good job that they've managed to make this all run this well. This is something that I made, I believe. Unless it's what Nick made. No, Nick's is this one. So that was his iteration, and I made my own iteration after that. That was my one. I think you can do 8K, but it's like diminishing returns, really. So there's some stuff here that you just, it's like the fact that it's doable is really good, but it's also a bit restrictive in its own regard. This one you want to run 8K, but there's a couple things I need to work on in terms of speeding it up a little bit. So I don't believe this is the right version. There's no trees in this, so I must not have the right version, even though it says tutorial trees. Oh yeah, it's a tutorial tree, so it was me showing the tutorial, so that was actually without the trees. Snowy Mountain 2. I'm guessing this is with the trees here. Yeah. So you'd want to do 8K, but 8K takes a while, and I wouldn't really do it while I'm streaming. But you can sort of get the pitch. You can get some nice stuff, and it's pretty good. It's pretty realistic. It's not like omega realistic, but it is like relatively. You'd probably want to redo a lot of stuff in something like with actual textures maybe in Unreal Engine or something. Now I find this like the middle ground where it's much faster than, generally much faster than something. Oh no, I will say it is much faster than Gaia, for example, even with some really intense stuff. Because then I gotta really put into mind, this is still running path tracing 4K, and I can, shut up, and I can make changes and stuff. Let's go, this, for example. And this is running only 1K. And we're still getting, I mean, now there's a lot of stuff. And we get that, and then, you know, you'd have to go run this. This will take a bit. Get all the sat maps and everything. I mean, it looks really good. Yeah, that's true. Also, it takes, you know, a solid minute to run, and that's only at 1K. Running, like, if I were to run this at 4K, this would just take a hot minute. And it uses so much CPU. You can see, and it's all CPU bound. Now, luckily, it is all, you know, threads and everything, so I'm getting the best out of everything, really. But it is, you know, pretty intense, and you can see it is just taken. We're only up 21 out of 52. Bear in mind, this is running 4K, and it took, you know, not long, and it is less nodes and stuff, but it's still nothing to scoff at. So this was 4K, and it still took quite a minute, so looks good though. But I still think you're not going to get these results in either of the other programs, nor there's a lot of features in here, like especially these sat maps. Looking at sat maps, oh my gosh, the amount of things that we have in regards to sat maps, holy moly. Look at this, Rocky. Oh my gosh, and you can just click on any of these. Some of these won't work because of the way that I have it set up. Some things it's all set up for like exactly that thing, and so that's why it won't work for all those. But yeah, no, and no, you do not want to save on top of anything. So yeah, that's why I kind of consider, for me, in my opinion, GeoGen's like the best in the middle. But that if I like, I would say GeoGen's the best in the middle, where it's like, it's not lenient, where it's like you have the freedom that you would have in Gaia, obviously with some heavy restrictions, as there's a heap less filters and stuff. Like, you've only got these to really play around with, and then some of them only work for like planets, and then some of them only work for you know, ground stuff, so which is significantly less. But it's faster, and there's a bit more that you can do, and some of it could be streamlined a bit better. We have a lot less in terms of like sat maps and whatnot. This is all we have, so you have to kind of make your own ones, which it is incredibly easy, and I think all of these are just samples from things that I've found online, so like images, and I've just sampled the colors. So, I don't know. I'd like to see where GeoGen goes. I think it is very promising, especially considering I believe what they're working on, or they plan on working on, is caves. They've mentioned that that is something they want to work on, but they have a couple of things they want to work on first, just to, you know, the program is still in alpha, so... and there's still a couple things they probably want to work on first. But I do believe that is. And I think that they should really work on caves, because no other program can do caves. We've got no news or no insight with Gaia 2 supporting anything like caves, right? And a lot of people are asking for caves in World Creator, and they're just like, come on, dude, we really want caves. And there's been nothing out of... I think they've mentioned that they've, you know, it's something that they might look at in the future, but they're still trying to catch up to like where the issue with World Creator is they come up with so many different versions that it's kind of a bit tricky. So they have World Creator 2, which I've mentioned. World Creator 2. And they're still trying to catch up to World Creator 2 in terms of all of its features. So, most surprisingly, I don't need to sign in or anything like that. Where World Creator 2 had stuff where you could literally simulate water, for example. I don't know if I can remember. There you go, and we're already simulating water. And there we go, we've just simulated water. Really, really simple. And I can add a bunch of things. I mean, it's really good and how it works. I haven't used this because I wasn't really there when it was like a thing. But I know a little bit about it, and it seems really good for what it is. So there's some fog, some in scatter. You get some pretty cool stuff there, a bit of some nice textures and whatnot, I believe. I don't know if the thing's downloaded, unfortunately. There are a couple. It's pretty good on how this all works, though, I believe. Some nice stuff here where you could, because it's what's it called? It's tiled. You can get really close. One thing I would like would be something like mip maps where you can see from far away. But some normals. Maybe we go. Something like that is pretty cool. I mean, obviously the terrain's basic, so it doesn't really fit this design, but kind of get the picture here. It's like, oh, nice. That's pretty good. Maybe decrease the normals. I don't know. But, oh, there's a height. There's an actual height, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. They're still catching up to that, so I don't think they're going to get that anytime soon either. Now, there are people mentioning that they want planets. I've seen people asking about planets. There was one guy here asking about planets and how that it all works. It's all doable in other programs. It's just you have to deal with like stretching, for example, as you can see. You can sort of get it. You need to use like boxed spheres, and then as you can see here, it's nice over there, and that's a good scale, but it's a little bit stretched, and then it goes over here where it just gets bigger, and that's really hard to account for. So you can make stuff like that. There's a couple ways. There's like, you know, a couple ways of achieving that result, and each give you different results, and some are better at other things for different things, but it is a bit of a case where it's just like, ugh. Nothing's perfect, unfortunately. So, the way that they did it in GeoGen is pretty crazy, and that's why GeoGen is pretty good, and I always recommend that sort of stuff. What do I want to say? So, something that is now on Steam is Ghost of Tsushima. I've been waiting for this for so long. So it's coming in 2 months. I'm most definitely maybe pre-ordering. I'm at least purchasing it. I'm not too sure if they'll pre-order it. If I'll pre-order it, sorry. So it's coming to PC. I haven't actually seen this, by the way, so. Ultra wide. I believe it comes with DLSS 3. Now you do run into the issue that you run into the issue that it is made for like PS4s. So you know, some things are a little bit dated. Like this is just literally, you can see that it's literally just effectively, like they're getting like, you know, a color albedo map, and they're just, um, like animating the coordinates, I guess, which is kind of that stuff like that. But really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's the game that I've been wanting the most on, like from PlayStation, I guess, onto PC. So definitely looking forward to that. As it seems to be like the best samurai kind of game, that exists that I've seen. Some people argue, Rise of the Ronin, but you run into the issue now that is also a, you got Rise of the Ronin, but you run into the issue that that's a PlayStation exclusive again. And I didn't really like it. I honestly thought the other one looked better than Rise of the Ronin than this. I think this looks good. It looks incredibly overly sharpened though, and it's a bit weird. It's almost like it's definitely overly sharpened, and some things are just a little bit weird. This feels a little bit bare. I don't know if that's just me. It looks a bit weird. There's some weird popping as well that's correlated to the fact that you're a bit hard stuck. It looks kind of like, ooh, that popping's not great though. And you get a bit of stutter. I'm not watching this to shit on the game. I actually haven't seen this, but yeah, I mean, you can see over here it is just not looking great. With, I don't know if it's I think it's the I think it's just upscaling or something. The here runs into that same issue. It's just the way that things are upscaled, I believe. It's just so, there's just noise. It's just sharpened. I don't know what it is. Just to me, I feel like it's not as good. There's the gameplay side. That's just like, I'm talking like in general. But I mean, this game's pretty good. I mean, if it was on PC, I'd consider it. But oh, I shouldn't say the best samurai game. There is Sekiro, which some people would say is better. I like Sekiro, but it is a game, and sometimes, more than sometimes, I can't really be fucked sweating my ass off with that. So, I don't know. I was watching a YouTube video, actually. Somebody was saying they should delay Dragon's Dogma 2 launch because it's the same day that Rise of the Ronin is, and they're gonna get fucked over by that. Dude, this is a PS5 exclusive. They also mentioned that they're showing too much about it beforehand, Dragon's Dogma 2, and that reminded them of Suicide Squad, which did terribly. I was just like, what are you on about? It didn't do bad because it showed too much. Or, well, it did sort of do a bit bad because it did, but that was not really because they showed too much. It was more because the game was just shit. Like, you can show a lot of the game and it do incredibly well if it's a good game. Like, I wouldn't really have played Dragon's Dogma if I hadn't seen the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailers and everything. But, you know, I don't know. It's just something that I think is a bit stupid. So, a bit terrible. Oh, I should probably say, I do have, that probably doesn't help. I have a sharpening thing on, I didn't realize. Which does sharpen things, so maybe that reduces the amount of sharpening I'm seeing. is its artificial sharpening. Oh, I see. Yeah, that is a lot less bad. I generally leave that on because, unfortunately, you run into the issue of... See, this is really good because this is 4K. If you're running something at like 1080p on a 2K monitor, unfortunately, it doesn't look particularly great. And muddled. So the best way of like feeding back into that is running sharpening. But I don't know. What else have we got in news about? I have some weird bug up my wall. Ghost of Tsushima, so I don't want to talk about that. It is expensive, but it's, I guess, reasonable in its own regard. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely check this game out. Yes, there was a patch for Helldivers, which I'll play around to talk about it. Basically, and I'll just show, but I probably don't really want to play too much today. I've been playing it the past couple days with Amy, which I enjoy, but I still can't play the same game too much. And I don't want to ruin the game for me, so... So now planetary hazards are activated. You now have environmental challenges, so fire tornadoes to meteor showers and many more. That's really loud. And this is true. It's a moth. I'm gonna turn down this volume. Hold on. Why is it at 11? How does it even work? Why is the max 11? Anyway, it's most definitely true. Like, there were whole ass volcanoes, and there were, like, meteors coming at me. It was crazy. See if I can run. So, what they've done is they have nerfed the breaker, decreased magazine to -3 ammo, increased recoil. People are acting like the game's terrible and they're going to refund the game. Bro, okay. If it's about the breaker, you don't do any less damage, nothing has changed, you just have increased recoil, almost double the recoil, and you have 3 less bullets. Does it suck? Yes. But is it the end of the world? No. Does it change the game? Not really. It just changes how much you spend. I wouldn't really rely on the breaker either for everything. It's good, but there's also some things it's not great with. Some people are getting pissed off about the railgun because they overly rely on the railgun. Bro, it's a level 20 thing. People are like, you can't even play this game without the railgun. Bro, you have to be level 20 to unlock the railgun. So, I don't know. Decrease armor penetration in safe mode. So if you're in non-safe mode, it still does the exact same, right? Decrease damage against durable enemy parts. So, you know. Which is the whole point of the railgun. It's dangerous. You can make it dangerous, but it also can deal more damage, therefore. And a lot of people wouldn't mess around with that. I use the arc thrower, but I'm tempted to run more of the flamethrower, considering it's got an effective double damage, increased damage per second, 50. It's good. Laser cannon, increased damage against durable enemy parts, increased armor. I don't think this is like anything crazy still, but I do know it's definitely better because it was really bad. Punisher has extra ammo, increased stagger, increased damage. It's just a lot better now, a lot more usable. I still prefer not using it just because I run into 60 shots. You have to get really close to them. So depending on what uses your support weapon, depends whether this is worth going or not. Spray and pray seems a decent bit better. So, that's good. Energy shield, increased delay before recharging. Still just as usable, you just gotta be a bit more careful. Orbital, these have been a massive buff. Like, a lot more, the spread is a lot more decreased, and it's so much longer. So it's actually, like, really usable. Because I didn't use these. I had the 120, the 380 is good, but it was expensive, so I never got it, and it wasn't very good because it's like, oh, I mean, it's really good, but it's like, it's short, and the spread is so ridiculous that you couldn't use it to save your life. Like, it'd be something that you throw on a base and hope that it kills. I've thrown it on bases, and half the time it still doesn't kill what I want it to. And I'm like, shit, well, I guess I still have to do what I was going to have to do the first time then without it. And that was a complete waste. So now it's got a better chance of doing what it wants, like, you know, killing things and stuff. So that's good. Might be worth going up to 380 then in that regard. Just make sure I'm not getting kicked out of the game. You got fixed armor ratings and stuff. Apparently, heavy's still not really worth taking. As it makes you a little bit more tanky, but you're so much slower that enemies will just catch up to you, so it's not really worth it. Couple fixes and whatnot. I don't know if that's meant to be efficiency or efficacy or efficacy or whatever is what it's meant to be. Anyway, we'll run a mission, but it's good. Oh, 80 and 40. I might better get a ship module. Eagle Realm time. That would be worth going. What else? Ping. 80-40. That's good. That's good. It's really enemy ping on map by 50. Mini-map, sorry, not map. Or Eagle Realm time. Say that increased enemy visibility or decreased rearm. I'm probably going to go decreased rearm, as 20 is pretty good. Even though it is only for those specific... I'm like 4 now. It's going to take me a minute to get there. 380 would be worth grabbing though. Considering it's got a decreased... I don't know, it's still really big. It's good for big bases, but small bases not so much. $120 is pretty good. I'm saving for this, but I don't know if it's worth it. Considering I got that decrease, it might be worth it. Pretty gangster looking setup. Let's see where we're at, because we are not looking good. Errata's doing fine, because it's been dropping. This has not been good for a while. We really need to re-get Fenrir and then move on. Meridia, I don't even know what happened. This was at like 90% yesterday, and it's gone. It says Meteor Shower. This says Volcano shit. I don't even... Hurricane, maybe? It's got nothing. Let's see what we got. So we got
operational completion.
this. I might do this one.
Initiating FTL jump to the Errata system. FTL jump successful.
I've been reading. I've got a little bit of a bug right now with my thing going, but my major order. I've been reading some more Witcher, of course. I'm over halfway. Okay, I'm 305 pages in out of 530, so a bit over half. And ooh, it's getting good. I'm reading Battle of the Brenner, so very big one, and it's pretty crazy. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm playing the solo, by the way, so we'll run those big barrage. I'll show off the. I like to use the grenade launcher actually. The grenade launcher is really good because it just means you can not have to use a grenade class for normal missions, which you would generally have to. Let me quickly read my. Oh my, we don't have daily orders. Never mind. I'll grab a mortar for the sake of grabbing a mortar. Yeah, I probably don't need to run this. I'd almost try running this, but there's so heavily decreased armor. But you are so fast. I mean, I'll try. I haven't run it before. It might not be worth it, but... And this looks kind of snaz. I tried the impact grenade. It's not very good for destroying bases, unfortunately. I got this as well. This was pretty good. I've never used the Defender, really. I don't really like it, but I'll show people that the break is not terrible. But yeah, people are saying stuff like, oh, I'm gonna refund this game. Or seriously harassing the developers. I'm like, dude, they nerfed like a couple things. And bear in mind, the game only came out, they're still patching things. They might bring everything back to where it was. Right? A bit of trouble. But yeah, this is a recall. It's not much. Like, it's not like, at the end of the day, it's not ruining my game. Look at how quickly these guys die. Could other weapons beat them better? Yeah, but also this kills a lot of enemies. So weird that those guys, they can like get their heads chopped off and they're still fine. So let me.
Tagging map. Northeast, 50 meters.
Northeast, 50 meters.
There's something here.
Reload these. Just get my ammo back. I mean, there's no reason not to. What do I get? I mean, I'll use a grenade.
Fire in the hole.
But yeah, the impact grenade is really good. Just not good against these sorts of things. Fuck off. I grab that. Grab my flamethrower back. I do like the arc throw. It's good. But I'm worried that people are gonna say, "Oh, broken weapon, you know, cancel, get it, make it as bad." you know, and nerf it. It really doesn't need a nerf. It does one-shot a lot of things, but it's not broken, I wouldn't say. As you have to charge it, and the charging takes a while.
Prepare to exterminate.
And a lot of just average stuff, it still takes a lot of hits to kill. So it's not perfect. Also, this is a whole lot faster at re-going. Oh, in between stuff. I'm pretty quick though. So I should be able to outrun shit. But I'm nowhere near as tanky.
Fog outpost. How'd you like to taste of freedom?
So, oopsies. There's a good reason I like my other class, where not class, but you know what I mean? Set up where I got lots of, stems. There we go. No, there's gonna be a thing that I'm gonna see, so I wanna save that for that. Waiting for a tornado or something. It's like raining though. I don't know if that indicates there might be a tornado or something, but
Dropping a pin. North, 200 meters. Found something.
let's see, what do we got? Oh, that's good. Alright, more grenades, I like that. Reload. Need stims right now, but I'll definitely take these. Some ammo. Ah, yes, here we go. Some stems. Another thing over there, that's good. I am taking my time. This stream probably won't be on for too long, 9:30, so I don't know if I'll do maybe something else after this, but I do have class early tomorrow that I want to be semi-awake for. This thing's on fire, unfortunately. I don't know if I... So what? A Stalwart. That's good. I like that. I like it. A lot of people say don't use it, it's really bad and you can't really use it in comparison to like the machine gun. I heavily disagree. I think it's situational. And although the machine gun is, well, a whole lot better in that regard, and I agree with you. When it comes to stuff like, it has its downfall of, like, you need to reload, well, you're fucked. Let's see. So this goes for 14 seconds, which is really good. Do manage to kill our thing as well. Look at this. I mean, that's really good. There's a big region. Now, we're getting some bugs, though, but... not literal bugs. Oh, like, I mean literal bugs, not like, you know, Terminids. But, I mean, if there were a lot of enemies, that would have been incredibly good. And that lasted quite a while. So, very good. I'm just kind of hovering. Oh, these things are, like, incredibly dangerous, this type of bug. So, really not looking forward to that when that gets introduced into the game, which is probably inevitable.
Tagging map. Northeast, 50 meters.
Let's see what this is.
Tactical asset nearby.
So, I'm liking this patch. There's a lot of good updates here. they've done a lot to improve this all. Guessing I'll have to move that radio thing. Raise tower. There we go, it's almost done.
First one, north.
Oh, enemies. Ah, that's not good.
How'd you like to taste freedom? Canister's empty.
My thing mostly cleans up, so it's no biggie. What's that? What's happening? So there's a big earthquake. Oh! So that's what the thing must have been, that there's earthquakes. I'm guessing that was the earthquake. Unfortunately, we know a lot about earthquakes here in New Zealand.
Mission map updated.
Sick.
Dropping a pin. Southwest, 200 meters.
Oh, wait, 200 meters.
Tagging
I'm
map.
actually gonna go.
Northwest,
Yeah.
200 meters.
Probably won't bother with all these, although I could. I probably can't be bothered. Maybe I'll be bothered, we'll see. Upload escape data. Ah, bitch. Do some upload. Upload using the data stratagem. I'll do that.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Considering it's not coming up, it's not here. Oh, here we
Dropping
go.
a pin. North, 50 meters.
There's a bit of stuff coming, but I'll clear these guys out then. Hello, my friends. That was painful. So I guess for these sorts of missions, this outfit's pretty good. Because you're just quick, and although you're kind of in danger. I'm really low level, so like mission that is, so I don't really have to worry too much about it. I usually would be on public, but for these sorts of things where I'm just like trying things out, I don't really want other people
Northwest, 200 meters.
popping in. God, they're decent but faster though. Oh! Who? That's where you run into the issue.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Point me to the enemy.
Pressed the button, but it wasn't quick enough, sadly.
Dropping a pin. Northwest, 100 meters.
You kind of gotta be a bit careful with this one.
Canister's empty. Get some! Get some!
It's over here. Nope. Want ammo? Not whatever that was trying to do. This is incredibly quick at killing enemies. Now it's not good against like big tanks and shit like that. Too crazily good. But it is good in the sense of like those swarms. So if you wanted to take like somebody was a sniper, I'd be good at dealing with swarms. If that makes sense. I can't jump that. There's something I'm missing here that I should be grabbing.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
A figure. This is still showing as not found. So I don't know what it is, but I guess I'll move on. Another earthquake. What the? There's more than an earthquake. I thought this was going to be the flame tornadoes, but that was an earthquake. Let me quickly throw this bad boy. Wait,
Barrage incoming. Stand clear.
I gotta run. As this will kill me. Is this gonna even kill that thing? It's kind of enemies, I think, but I got that thing. Alright, we are out. I do need to be careful.
Have a taste of democracy!
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Not bad. Let me nade this bad boy.
Fire in the hole!
Grab some of these.
Tagging map. Southwest, 100 meters.
There's some like patrol or something around here. This definitely runs out of ammo a lot quicker, but yeah. Well, I mean, it's only 3 shots, so it's not actually that crazy.
Get some! Get some!
I do not like this. I don't know how good it would be against automaton. I haven't really done that, but I'd assume hopefully it's still pretty decent. samples here. For sure, more secondaries. I believe there's only 3 right now.
For prosperity. Dropping a pin. South. 100 meters.
Oh, never mind, that wasn't. A pretty slippery guy there.
Have a taste of democracy.
Are they just gonna drown? Or do they seriously make it?
You will never destroy our way of life.
They won't. I went completely past it though. There's something over there that I do want to grab then. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Hopefully no group or... Oh, there's a nade
Fire
thing.
in the hole.
Alright, hopefully there's some nades here then that I can grab. Well, that's good. Some samples, some grenades luckily. Grab some ammo. Bro, I thought I killed that guy.
Act empty.
What the world? I'm a bit of a poo. Oh, where's my ammo gone?
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
For a
Fire in
night.
the hole. Say hello to democracy.
I'll grab a resupply.
Sending down equipment package.
That damages me. Now, some would say that that would get annoying over time. Me, you get used to it. $9.14. I think it does disrupt enemies as well. The more there was a meteor strike, and that was killing a bunch of enemies, which was helpful. There's a lot of stuff here.
Extraction is available.
What's over here? I'm getting a lot of really good stuff. This is incredibly good, just taking my time actually. really gonna do? Walk into my pal. 24 kills, 25. I mean, they stood no chance. There's more. They want. Oh, I think I teleported. Oh shit, my guy's killing me. Let's get a lot of shit on the ground and they're just not gonna last. Some grenades, some stems, some ammo. We chillin'.
Tagging map. Northwest, 100 meters.
Did this way. It's been incredibly successful. Ah, stink.
Proceed to extraction
You
when
need 2 people to unlock these, unfortunately. Cannot do them solo. Which is unfortunately a bit sad.
Dropping a pin. North, 100 meters.
I'll head to this. I'll head to extraction. It is about time that I said I was going to hop off. Even if this has been incredibly worthwhile now. Not in terms of experience, but a lot of requisition slips and samples and yada da yada da. Literally sample grind on him. Got 12 out of 14. Is there anything here? Ah, here we go.
Fire in the hole.
Some slips, an arc throw which I don't need. But one of these. Okay, dude. Fine, I'll grab
Tagging map.
these.
Southwest, 100 meters.
I can't even pick those up because I'm full.
extraction is available.
There's a break. Oh!
Deploying replacement.
You press the button, but there's a bit of a cooldown. Well, not cooldown, but a wind up time.
Reporting to the front.
Sadly.
Throwing grenade.
Oh god.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Oh shit. Tremors as well. They don't like them either, it seems.
That's called democracy.
Wait. That was much needed. Samples.
Dropping a pin. South, 50 meters.
I've been to that, that's just the big annoying thing.
You may proceed to extraction.
Might be something here. Looks like something, but nothing too crazy. One sample though.
Tagging map. North. 200 meters.
Just to get up, I do not trust my rover sadly. It one-shots me almost. I am actually running out of time selling, but
Dropping a pin. East. 100 meters.
not running out, but I am using up my time. I'm full of supposed samples. Oh, it's just this.
Tagging map. Northwest. 100 meters.
One thing I'd like to know is if you open those, get those things like those requisition slips and yada da yada da. If that is shared for everybody or just you. Don't know if there's killing anything, or I'd assume so. Just not coming up with shit that is a bit close. Should be gone. I could see a mortar getting nerfed happening, but it's really good and it's not broken. It's more just the other ones kind of have not enough ammo as well. It's nearby, it sounds. Yep. Just can't get too close.
Throwing grenade.
It's got a long cooldown time of that grenade. He went flying.
That's called democracy.
Oh, is it a breach? Mother blippin' breach. Oh, tremors. Not now.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Alright. Stop them.
That's called democracy.
I got 30 seconds. I feel like this mortar's so good. Like, as soon as they're not killing me.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Oh! Oh, that's close to me. I thought that was gonna kill me. I thought my stupid thing attacked me. I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's gonna kill me.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
My buddy.
Democracy prevails once more.
sweet, I did everything. Damn, that goes real quick when you do everything. Outstanding patriotism. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. There's a little bugs though, but we got a heap of requisition slips and medals. So the extra. Oh, no, I do have that actually. God. Yeah, on my guns. Yeah, because I got that upgrade instead of the other one. Got mixed up. 386 kills, not bad. Good accuracy. 2 deaths, 8 stems, 14 samples.
Well done. The enemy barely noticed our presence before we
That's pretty sick.
Welcome aboard, Helldiver. The Super Destroyer is yours.
So I can almost get my 500 kg Eagle Bomb. 15 samples was good. 18 requisition credits is also a good solid. I don't know what I want to use them on though. I need 31 to unlock this. I've unfortunately heard that this isn't too great, even though it's medium penetrating. Which is what I was wanting. But I don't know, we'll see. Otherwise I would want this. That's obviously always good. These. The rest of these I'm not too worried about. Yeah, it's this that I'd want. This is expensive. Cool armor, wouldn't use it though. Sick as helmet though. Diligence counter sniper apparently sucks though. Oh, this is a nice cape. Sheesh, handshake. This is pretty decent. I'd use the other one though. Stamina enhancement, maybe good. Superstore restocks in an hour. Can't be bothered waiting. Anyway, GG's. Let's see what everything's at. We've got 5 hours left, and we have to hold these. If we start loot, we've gone down on the Errata
upon which battleground you shall
by a
spread
bit.
liberation.
This going down maybe. These are all looking really grim, apart from Fenrir. We almost need to hold off on Fenrir a little bit and spread out, because we got 18, 19, 12, and then we got 66k there. Seems like a lot of people are... There's a lot less players right now. Only 18. Yeah, we're really low. 43.78. Don't know what's happening there. There's only like 100 and something thousand players. What's that looking like on Steam? Yeah, 116. It's really low right now. We are at the dip. When everybody's asleep. Hopefully it goes back up again. Because we might be a little bit fucked.
Helldiver, the Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
Fortunately, a stamp, all those like Helldivers killed in action, killed, bullets fired, unfortunately doesn't show. But it does show if we go here, unless I've changed something. No, it's gone again. It did show for a bit though. It's in and out sometimes. Anyway. GG, you guys. Wrong one. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully there was something interesting. I don't think I have too much else to say. All I really know is that next week's well, it's Friday for you guys. Next week's Saturday for me. is Gaia. I'll probably make a video on that when it comes out. But outside of that, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time. See ya. Bye bye.